Good afternoon, everyone. I hope this is going to work because we've been working on it. Let's see. I'm going to be talking about the collagen miracle and why it's not enough. And I have no conflicts of interest. Now, the body decays every moment. We have what we call the micro-aging. Every moment the body is decaying. And we're looking for youth, we're looking for a solution. And the anti-aging industry has brought us the collagen miracle. And let's talk about that. The truth is that there is a lot of collagen subtypes, several of them. Several on the skin and also several for bone and other structures. Now, when you talk about several collagen subtypes, you start talking about collagen interactivity. You're talking about collagen dynamics. And when you talk about collagen dynamics, you talk about signals. So a collagen, it doesn't matter how much collagen you have, as long as the signal is there. Because if the signal is not there, there's not going to be interaction. So all these collagen subtypes will not be able to interact. Here is another issue. Collagen alone is not enough because there's about 18,127 proteins in the human epidermis only that have to interact, not just be there, not just sit there. So all of these are going to be necessary for youthful rejuvenation. And there is another issue when we're injecting collagen. An unfolded protein is useless because it cannot communicate, it cannot interact. The protein has to be folded. So there is no mechanism to guarantee that anything that is injected will be folded, that the collagen is going to be folded so it can interact with other collagens. And I'm going to mention 2 Nobel Prizes. If you look at Nobel Prizes in the past few years, you're going to see that they're all concentrating on molecular mechanisms, because that's what time reversal is. I'm going to talk about the 1999, where they found how different proteins find their area in the cell, and like they have genetically predetermined. And then 2024, they found about 200 million proteins and actually designed some more of them. And that's what's coming down the pike. New design of proteins after the exosomes thing. So it's not just the proteins, it's how proteins interact and how when the proteins are folded, and collagen is a protein, remember, so is elastin, and how this, if they're unfolded, they are not going to do anything, they cannot interact. So what you need to understand, look at the body as a system, and not as a container that evaporates stem cells and collagen and hormones and exosomes, and you need to put more in there to kind of fill up the glass. So you need to understand it as a system. There is an interconnectivity between collagen and other proteins that is necessary for youth. So it's not the amount, but the interconnectivity that matters. And what creates interconnectivity is that you need to also incorporate in your practice is resonance. Resonance energy transfer was invented in the 50s, but now it's been used therapeutically. And as you can see, it connects. Resonance connects. Resonance enhances not only the protein folding that is necessary for communication, but communication in itself, and I will show you other slides. So as you can see here, it doesn't just connect, but it also increases the volume. So if you want, so this is a very, very important aspect that needs to be mentioned in anti-aging. And we have the Nobel Prize of 2013 with exosomes. And as you can see, the first slide, the first kind of thing has to do with 3 genes that tells the exosomes where to go. So that is very important in understanding what kind of exosomes you're going to use. And then the second one, you see, has to have a protein to attach itself to the other cell. And the third one has to do with calcium waves that lets the cargo of the exosome out. Calcium waves has to do with resonance. So so basically the exosome is like the telepheric, and it contains the people, which is like the mRNAs and the microRNAs and so on and so forth, and proteins. And the resonance is the cable, and without that cable, that telepheric is not going anywhere. So basically it's traveling via resonance. So youth is revived, is by cellular reconnectivity, and that's the main point that I would like to deliver here today, that basically resonance is is the missing element that can give the youth. And this is myself in our lab. Now, this is under the microscope. What you're going to see here is fascinating, because what you see is that cells are communicating far distances without synapses, without hormones, just by the resonance process, resonance energy transfer process. This is my new book that I just published, The Rhythm of Youth, and it has to do with basically explaining what signaling resonance energy transfer is and how it was developed and how it can be useful in anti-aging. This is a cell. The cell, when you touch the cell, you can see the resonance. So it's a very important aspect of, that's another image of how we're creating the resonance transfer. Now, this is what it does. You see how it transfers from one to the other. You can see this yellow one is the transferring things, the gestalt that happens when two cells intercommunicate. My books have been translated into 12 different languages, and they're all about this resonance and there's basically wellness, how we can achieve wellness. And this is functional protein, the folded and functional. Now there is a lot of different techniques, resonance techniques, to fold proteins, and they are multiplying. And this is what happens. This is under the microscope, how you can see the resonance not only increasing communication, but increasing the volume, increasing kind of regeneration. And that is a very important aspect of anti-aging. This is real anti-aging. This is real-time reversal. And this is a press release of how by folding proteins, a Nobel Prize 2015 in chemistry, of how folding proteins can basically unboil an egg, because an egg is live, and when you basically boil it, there's no more life there. And unboiling an egg is basically refolding the proteins, and how these can lead to not only to youthfulness, to real anti-aging and time reversal, but also cancer treatments of kind of refolding the proteins. Now, this is a message that I want to leave you with. The anti-aging ecosystem has shifted. And you may be losing clients, and you need to know how can we get back these clients. And the answer to that is going to be wellness, because beauty is beauty, health is beauty, but beauty is not health. And you can increase your client retention and referral through offering true wellness. And what I wanted to deliver today is that resonance piece has been missing from so many anti-aging practices. So systemic harmony is the solution. Systemic harmony. So you're going to be in the red ocean, what everybody else is, or you're going to be in the blue ocean. There's a couple of books on business and how the red ocean is basically today's, the trends of today, and the blue ocean is the pioneers. And what you need to understand is that wellness makes more, whereas beauty makes less. It's going to make less and less in the future. So this is my prediction. Now, very important to understand is that people will stick with beauty because it's the transactional model. It's going to give them the money, okay? Because you're going to get less money if you go into the wellness field. But guess what happens? Look at the exponential function. Eventually, you're going to make more money than everybody else because you're offering something that nobody else is offering. You're in the blue ocean. In the red ocean, they're just going to be stuck there, one next to the other, and you're going to be advancing. But initially, you're going to have to pay for it. Initially, you're going to lose the money, and then you're going to make the money. So this is what I would like to offer you today. If you have any questions, please send me an email at IELLIOS.com. This is my WhatsApp. You can take a picture. Here I can answer any questions that you may want to have. And with this, I would like to thank you very much for inviting me in this wonderful conference and allowing me to offer you this lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tanya. It was very interesting. The next speaker is Dr. Anoop Bakanhul, who is board certified as